horrifying one from Tamil Nadu, where an army Jawan was in fact beaten to death by a DMK councillor. Chinnasamy has been arrested, but mind you, there's been no action taken against him by the Dravida Munishra Kargam, not even a word of condemnation that's come in so far from the Stalin government. Joining me here on India Today for an exclusive conversation is the BJP Tamil Nadu chief, K. Annamalai. Annamalai, vanakkam. Thank you for joining us here on India Today. I think what's happened in our state right now has got everyone in shock and obviously everyone extremely angry. First of all, what do you make of the state's response, or some say the lack of it really, in this particular case?
Madam Vanakkam, firstly I hung my head in shame as a Tamilian, as an Indian, that a person who is serving our country, putting his life in the service of others, is bludgeoned to death. And it shows the impunity with which DMK is defending the particular councillor. Especially in Tamil Nadu, it is nothing new, because with respect to DMK's mindset, and the same party has spoken about Dravidistan, the same party has spoken about a separate state. So, by their nature, their respect for men in uniform, the respect for army personnel was never there. And this incident has clearly shown the government itself is also brazenly defending in a way. The incident happened on February 8th. Now after yesterday's hue and cry, especially from the national media which brought it to national attention, the local police were forced to arrest that councillor, which is after a good 6-7 days. Now the DMK spokesperson, one after the other, trying to defend their own councillor. This is what the whole India is seeing. But here, more importantly, madam, in this case, the whole village knows that they are serving in the Indian Army, has come on a holiday. It was a very trivial issue. And later the councillor, along with this group of people, he went in, attacked them with rods. He was admitted to a hospital. Even the treatment was not very properly given. Then later the army Jawan passed away. In this case, I find fault with the local police also, because now DMK as a party, we all know how they behave. Now we all know how the government behaves. For the local police, it is their men in uniform, it is like their brother. And they also did not take it very seriously, they were also very casual. Now I really hang my head in shame that I am sitting in a national television in front of you, trying to talk about an issue that should never be spoken in the first place. Especially when I come to different parts of the country, I see the kind of respect a Jawan gets, the kind of respect society gives to him. But for Tamil Nadu, very unfortunately, over the long Dravidian politics, but somehow Jawans are seen as very alien. Somebody who is defending the country border is not seen one among us. That's a very sad state.
You know, that's a very strong statement that you made, Annamalai, saying that there's no sentiment to do with the uniform among the DMK. I want to bring your focus to how the DMKs reacted. We asked Mr. T.K. Telangovan about this particular incident, and his response was that these kind of things happen.
Yeah, using the word called shocker is playing it down, because we keep seeing the kind of insensitivity they display, and the kind of brought up that many of the DMK senior leaders have, and kind of respect therefore the country as a whole, and especially for the men in uniform. They don't have that culture of appreciating somebody who is willing to lay down his life for the protection of our country. Some of it is never there. Because of 1949 culture, the way they spoke things in the parliament is just a manifestation. But here, I would like to bring your kind attention to an incident that happened about 4 months back. There was a CRPF Jawan who was in duty in CRPF somewhere near Bengal, Orissa. He put a Facebook post that India will always have one flag, when Tamil Nadu leaders were talking about something else. That same night, one of the alliance party of DMK, Vidudalai Chirithai Katchi, some 100 people barged into his house. Then when it came to our attention at about 12 in the night, the local BJP leaders and cadres, about 200 people, went to his house to defend the Jawan's parents from the VCK's cadre. You will not even believe, madam. Some Jawan putting up a Facebook post somewhere about a country having one flag. The retaliation from their alliance partner going to the... Unfortunately, in this case, not even a single person is arrested. After we did a protest, that person got suspended. So I can give you issues after issues like that. The soldiers don't feel safe in Tamil Nadu in a way. It has come down to this level. Now in this case, an army Jawan in duty, the whole village knows. Everybody knows he's an army. Even the councillor should be knowing, because that is his voting area. Even the councillor should be knowing he's an army. Still going out brazenly attacking. What kind of culture is this? What is the message we are giving out?
What's the mindset then, Annamalai? It's a larger question that I'm asking. Did the councillor think he would get away with murdering an army man? Did he think that, he can brazenly commit this kind of a killing in the army man's house, go into hiding, and this entire case, this entire killing would disappear?
A year back, one of the DMK MP in Kadalur, Mr. Ramesh, he murdered his own employee inside his cashew factory. He beat him to death in his hand. When BJP raised an issue, the MP was not arrested. He was allowed to go scot-free. After a month, he took an anticipatory bail, he came back. So this is the way DMK deals with his public representative. Anybody who is a public representative, whatever they do, DMK as a party, as a government, they go all the way to protect them. But this is very shameful. Protecting an MP for one whole month, the MP was absconding. Then this particular councillor for about 6-7 days absconding. In this case, it is much more grievous. Assaulting and killing an army personnel. Then after the national media picked it up, I really find fault with the local regional media also. Our media channels in Tamil Nadu also. This is an issue, not only a news issue. This is an issue that reflects the state as a whole. That reflects what kind of culture Tamil Nadu as a state we have. The whole of India is watching. I really find it very shameful.
I want to pick up that point that you mentioned.
The media as an institution has failed.
I want to mention that point that you've spoken about, Annamalai. What stood out for me last evening when we covered the story on India Today is the number of comments on my social media timeline that said Tamil media didn't pick up this issue at all. There wasn't a shred of coverage on the story.
Yeah, very unfortunate. I keep talking this in the public forum also. Many of the news channels in Tamil Nadu are controlled by DIPR, the local government arm, which gives their budget. Anybody is very critical of the government, immediately next month they don't get advertising budget. So unfortunately in Tamil Nadu, DMK not only owns channel, it is also trying to control other channels when they speak any news against the government. Very unfortunate, more like a gag order. I hope and pray that the media brothers and sisters sees this in a larger national perspective. They don't see it as some crime that happened somewhere where two people fought and one person died. This reflects the character of who we are as a state, as a nation. So very unfortunate. I hope and pray the DMK is in a back foot, the government is in a back foot. They're trying to do everything as we speak now. Our ex-servicemen wing, our brothers and sisters retired from army, whoever is in Tamil Nadu BJP with their uniform, with their medals, with their caps, they're in front of different collectorates across Tamil Nadu giving a memorandum. There is a major protest happening in Krishnagiri. 3 days from now, I'll be sitting in a one-day fast and war memorial along with all the senior retired army personnel in Tamil Nadu. Because this is the only way. It's not doing politics or anything. Here we are trying to build an awareness from ground up. We need to build awareness also. To talk to them about what is the larger thing that concerns our nation. But we don't have another option. As a political party, we have to educate also sometimes.
Very often the thinking is that these kind of stories will stay on the news for a couple of days and then disappear. You've told us now that in 3 days from now you're going to be sitting on a fast. Is it a larger message that you're intending to send across right now to the Stalin government, Annamalai, with this kind of a fast that you plan?
Ma'am, this issue we are not going to leave, madam. It's very simple. This is going to reflect who we are as Tamils, who we are as Tamil Nadu. The whole of India is watching us. And every single army soldier who's in the border, you should not feel bad that there is a colleague from Tamil Nadu who's serving with him in the high altitude or in a deep snow. He should not feel that his life will be under threat when he goes back to his state. So we are conveying a larger message that we are standing with every single army personnel. That is why we have called for a one-day fast. I'll be personally sitting from morning till evening in the war memorial along with all the people from the civil society also, because a larger message has to go out, but we can't take things for granted anymore.
What do you think is the bare minimum that the government needs to do? This incident has happened. So far, the DMK is saying these things happen. But going beyond that, in response to this kind of horrifying murder of an army man, a man serving our nation, being beaten to death in this manner, how do you think the government should have reacted?
One, the legal course of action, whatever legally we have to take action, that has to go. That is one parallel side, madam. That is the law and order, the crime side. But the larger message, the CM has to come out and apologize. One, for being the president of DMK, for the conduct of his party men. Second, to apologize to the Indian people and Tamil people for the way this issue was handled for the last 7-8 days. And immediate help for the army Jawan's family. And more importantly, giving a free hand to the police personnel so that this kind of incidents don't repeat. There was a CRPF Jawan incident 3-4 months back, middle of the night, his alliance members barging in to attack his father and mother because his son has put a Facebook post about country having a one national flag. I don't think in any other part of the country this can happen. Even then no FIR was filed. So CM has to come out and say that he stands with army, he stands with Jawans, he stands for what is right. CM cannot behave like a petty party member here. CM cannot display the party's ideology by saying, no, we don't respect for the Indian army because our concept in 1960-63 was for a different state. No. This is on a bare minimum. He has to come out, speak, seek apology and make sure the wheels of justice is set in motion, madam.
Do you also believe that there's a larger issue here of a lack of law and order? You know, since the beginning of this chat, Annamalai, you have cited many instances of crimes that have taken place, particularly involving DMK members. And in almost all circumstances, the Dravida Munnetra Kazhagam hasn't spoken out, has chosen to completely ignore and maybe some cases push it under the carpet as well. Is there a law and order crisis right now in Tamil Nadu?
The DMK's mindset as a party is always, the moment they come to power, they take control of the police station. They're extremely good in doing that. Within a matter of months, they take control of a police station. All these things are outcome of the police not being fair or police having their hands tied because the local DMK chief of each district, he controls the transfer right up to a constable. So naturally, any crime that is done by a DMK personnel is a no-no for police. They don't even touch. That is why you see in the last 1 year, many issues India Today has picked it up. I'm talking of a sitting MP, DMK MP in Kadalur, killing his own employee, not arrested for 1 month, and he was allowed to go get a bail from court and come to pay. Right now is appearing in public functions. Not even a charge sheet will be filed. The same case now. So now the mindset of DMK taking control of the police, thereby strangulating the democracy itself is a larger area of concern. Right now with the age of social media, national television, it is being very visible. If you look at DMK's last time, 96 to 2001 or 2006 to 11, when they were in power, with much more atrocious. They used police station only to settle land disputes, where DMK is one party, public is other party. So now the issue is being discussed because that social media and national media is making it very big. They are taking up. 10 years back, this would not be an issue. It would be buried there. So the DMK's mindset itself has to change with respect to maintaining law and order when they come to power, and when they are in opposition, how do they speak about it?
You know, Annamalai, as India Today, we've been covering this story from yesterday, and we've been ensuring that we put out the voices of the family members. It's heartbreaking, really, because my colleague Pramod is there. He's been speaking to the wife of Prabhu. She has a 4-month-old baby in her hands. She has a 3-year-old baby also with her. And there's been nothing done so far for the family. Annamalai, what's your message as the Tamil Nadu BJP president to the family of young Prabhu right now? Because they haven't received any assistance from the government.
Well, we are taking care of that family member. As we speak now, our senior leaders are rushing towards their home. They'll be there any time. And we will be taking care of them monetarily. Whatever support is needed, BJP Tamil Nadu will be giving. That is, without a doubt, we will take care of them. Right up to the kids' education, everything will take care. But having said it, we have to fix up the larger issues. Family need not worry, madam. But whatever we tell them, we can't bring Prabhu back. We can't bring that army Jawan back. That is the larger issue at play here. But I'll be also visiting them once after the war memorial is over. We'll be visiting. We'll be standing with them, not now. Even 2 years from now, 3 years from now, whenever they want us. But the larger message, as a society, how we have to function, as Tamils, how we have to talk about this kind of issues when it happens to our state, especially as a government, as a law and order machinery, how they should react when an army Jawan is in trouble. That is what really bothers me at this moment.
I agree, and I really hope that in the next few hours, Chief Minister M.K. Stalin speaks out on this issue, expresses his condolences, and most importantly, helps out the family, helps out Prabhu's wife in every way that the government can right now. Thanks very much, Annamalai, for joining us here on India Today. The Tamil Nadu BJP president confirming that he is going to be starting a fast in 3 days from now in Chennai on this very issue to ensure justice for Prabhu, to send out a message also to our forces.